Ladies and gents, girls and boys, Danny Stewart here for BassJapanDirect.com with another naked sound review, and yet again another Lefty. And this one's a real beauty. This one is a Tokai AJB100, made in Japan. This one's in B rank condition. The reason it's in B rank, it looks pretty clean from the front. On the back though, it's got some scratches which are fairly conspicuous, unfortunately. But apart from that though, it's clean and fully functional, sets up great, plays really well. And this one is probably from, I think this is 2015. It's nice. That's just balanced with everything dialed up. Nice and snappy, isn't it? Let's go on the rear pickup, take tone down. Open the tone up a little bit more. Wait a minute, am I on the front? Yeah, that's the rear. Yeah, so it's a 60s position for the rear pickup, and these are really nice quality pickups, very low noise indeed, and Alnico magnets. I think these are equally as good, if not better, than Fender Japan offerings. They certainly seem to be more noise free actually. Like Fender Japan tend to be slightly buzzy when you don't touch the strings, but these are really quiet. And you know, the construction is as good as any Fender Japan. You know, Tokai made Fender Japan for quite some time anyway. From I think it was 1997 until around 2007, they held it was 10 years they held the Fender Japan contract, and then it went to Dynagaki, and before that it was Fujigen, of course. But yeah, it's very nice. Sorry, I can't play much on a left-hand instrument, but actually that might be good in some ways to play simpler stuff. So let's go on the front pickup. Let's take the tone all the way down. Whoops, I hit the knob there. and let's just attempt. It's really hard. Yeah, anyway, you get the idea. Tone all the way up. Front pickup, tone all the way up. So yeah, it cuts all the tones you could want out of a standard jazz bass. Sounds better than a lot of jazz basses on the market, and it plays nicer as well. And you know, brand new, these were like 100,000 yen plus tax, so 110,000 yen. And that's, you know, about, for inflation, counting for inflation with the American dollar since 2015. Actually, that back then, that would have been about, at that rate, that would have been about 800 US, something like that back then. Now, I mean, now the dollar is really strong above the yen. The yen is weak compared to the dollar, so it's a great time for buying basses if you're in America, or if you deal in US dollars. So what are we looking at now? Yeah, 110,000 yen now is only it is probably like 650, 700 maybe. So yeah. And this, I'm listing it at like, we're going to list this at around about 600. Yeah, I think it's well worth it. It's a shame it's got a few dings, but you know, it's otherwise in perfect playing condition. The neck is in excellent shape. Lots of room. The truss hasn't even been turned, and yeah, it's just perfectly healthy. Loads of fret life left, and it comes with a nice case as well. It's got a pretty decent gig bag, which is padded quite well. Certainly better than what Fender offer with basses in this sort of price range. Yeah, so there you go. It's a bit of a Fender slayer really on the price point and build quality. It's too bad that Tokai, you know, after they took the in '97 they took the mantle, they took the contract. Of course, to get the contract, they had to stop making a Fender shaped headstock on their own brand instruments, because they would be contravening the contract and they would lose it. So that's why they changed to this shape of headstock back then, which is just a, you know, a slight play on the angle of, you know, of the round part. Yeah, I think it's a kind of cool shape. It's quite nice. It's tasteful. And yeah, great. Definitely a Fender slayer. You get a better bass for less money, as far as I'm concerned. That's not to say that Fender Japan aren't good, but you know, for the same quality, build quality and playability and sound and materials and everything, fit and finish, you'd be paying, like this was 110,000 new. Fender Japan of this caliber would be what, 140, 150,000 yen, something like that. You're looking at, so definitely the better value for money. Anyway, guys, I'll stop rambling, and hopefully, you know, this will find a home soon. Nice bass, and Yeah, sounds great in my opinion. Plays great too. And yeah, just so give you a look at the nut. The nut is cut really, really nicely. So impressive as usual. Tokai, Japan made Tokai, because they're making stuff now. Unfortunately, they're making stuff in China now as well for the cheaper ranges, and Korea. They started doing that back in the 90s. I think they started a Korean line, and then now there's cheaper stuff made in China. So it's a bit of, it sullies the brand reputation a bit in my opinion. But yeah, I guess they were just trying to appeal to different markets, um, and get the entry level instruments out there as well. But this is this is a genuine made in Japan Tokai, and it certainly sits head and shoulders above any of the China made instruments on offer. And yeah, like I said, it's a Fender, it's a Fender beater for sure. All right, guys, I'll stop rambling. See you again soon. Cheers.